Good morning. Welcome to SVN Live, our weekly property broadcast for March 19th, 2018. We appreciate you joining us this morning. We have a long and wonderful lineup for you, and we want to get started by welcoming some new SVN franchises. One of the organic growths that we have is 2 or 3 pages of new advisors to existing franchises, but even more importantly, the addition of new franchises to our platform, to the SVN family, and to the SVN culture. We want to welcome everybody from Pasadena, Knoxville, Huntington, West Virginia, and Bedford as well. We want to also acknowledge that we saw many of those managing directors at the national conference and enjoyed meeting you very much. We also have coast to coast new advisors joining our existing franchises. Every one of our franchises are looking to grow. It's one of the things that will push us into the next generation of brokerage. Already the 6th most recognized brand, but we want to welcome everybody that's on these pages. Please reach out to them, particularly if they're in your area or region. Introduce yourself to them. There's some great opportunity for sure, including Mexico City. Also, Florida, Chicago, Rockville, Maryland, Ann Arbor, Michigan, New York, and Asheville, North Carolina. Again, please welcome these advisors to our organization, and every chance you get to interact with them, please take advantage of that. Asheville, Raleigh, Cincinnati, Akron, Portland, Oregon. Again, coast to coast, we welcome you all. We look forward to seeing your names on SVN Live with new listings and closings as well. Portland, Greenville, Knoxville, Dallas, Fort Worth, and Salt Lake City. Pretty great representation of where deals are being done. And again, we welcome everybody. Bellevue, Washington, and Seattle, Washington. Washington is absolutely on fire. I keep getting emails from that region every day. Just outstanding opportunity in that marketplace. We look forward to you bringing those opportunities to SVN Live. As you know, we've got a couple of economic talking points that we always want to talk a little about and provide you some information for your own thoughts and to share with your clients. Blockbuster hiring in February went way over the 250,000 goal mark. 313,000 new jobs were created. Unemployment held strong at the 4.1%. Remember, about 6.5 million jobs are still available. One of the problems we have is getting qualified people into those jobs. Strong evidence that we've got a great economy and the consumer sector is doing well. On the other side of that, of course, is whenever we're doing well and we begin to think that things are moving forward, the Fed wants to keep us down and raise interest rates. So keep an eye on that on the mortgage side of our business. The CMBS delinquency rate continues to plunge. A couple of things that you might want to put into your business plan, and that is if you've been waiting around for the wall of maturities, on all those loans that were originated in 07 and 08, those 10-year CMBS loans, those have pretty much nearly and completely passed. I would not build a business plan around that necessarily. And with delinquency being 4.5%, not a lot of opportunity chasing that. Again, in your database, if you've got somebody that's got a CMBS loan that needs to be refinanced, they probably can refinance it today and probably will not need to sell. So you may want to just knock on doors and build your database accordingly. We've got a lot of closed deals to talk about. We look forward to congratulating all of these people in person. But Tom Johnson and Tommy Joe Lynch just closed this Nevada opportunity at $1 million. It was 7.28 acres. It was a land assemblage, and And again, that market is on fire. And as you can see by all of the logos on that map, business is good. We also want to congratulate Angela Varga. She just closed this Bradenton, Florida opportunity. This was a medical office property. Half of the property was occupied, the other half was vacant. The buyer is a physician. He's going to put his practice in there and, of course, likes the income coming in from the other tenants. Ideal situation. Congratulations, Angela. Hey, Vic Vonovich closed this deal in Columbus, Ohio. We actually looked at this deal out of our Chicago office. Actually, Vic has a number of these opportunities. This one closed at $1,762,500. Took a year and a half to sell and close, but tenacity continues to be the number 1 trait of top performers like Vic. So congratulations. They got it done. Worked with a residential broker to close it. Hey, Vladimir is one of our superior single tenant net leased investment brokers and advisors. He has made a living with Sherwin-Williams Properties, and he just closed this deal in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. This was a warehouse distribution facility built in '07. You got multiple offers and sold for full asking price. Doing something right. Vladimir, congratulations. Hey, we want to congratulate Heidi Mickelson and Christopher Volk on this deal. Twin Falls, Idaho. Boy, what a good looking restaurant this is. $2,750,000. It was a build-to-suit transaction. Buyer was out of state. 10-year lease with 10% increases every 5 years. It just looks like Idaho, doesn't it? Nice job, Heidi, Christopher. Congratulations. Hey, Joel Catan and Anthony Peregrine, our dynamic duo of industrial down in Miami, closed another industrial deal. This was a distributor of decorative laminate, $4 million transaction. Had an active rail spur, which is hard to find, and sold to a local owner user. Congratulations to our team. Ryan Embry is our council chair of retail. As you know, he and Carson Halley just closed this wonderful Oregon opportunity at $7,890,000. An extremely well located strip center, great demographics. Had to overcome a few wetlands issues, but nothing's too tough for our team. Congratulations, Ryan, Carson. Nice job. Hey, Mark Burke, we want to congratulate you out of our Philadelphia marketplace. He just closed this New Jersey deal at $9,456,000. 28 months in contract. Some things just take a long time. And I know Mark and his wife stayed in New Mexico after our national conference and enjoyed some time off celebrating this closing. Congratulations, Mark. All right, we've got a lot of featured inventory this morning, and our presenters are all ready to tell you about them. We've got $53 million worth of transactions and over $1.3 million in buy-side fee, and we have even some that are subject to offer that are not in those numbers. So let's bring up first, we've got 2 opportunities out of the Chicago office. Matthew McParland and Tim Franz have 2 single-tenant advanced autos for you. And we have Matt presenting. These are his first deals.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. So thanks for the introduction. We got 2 AAPs, one out of Goldsboro and the other out of Memphis. Same owner, very motivated seller. Both extended to an early 5-year extension. This one here in Goldsboro, both double net lease, obviously. Been here for a while, over 15 years. 6% rent to sales ratio. So this one is coming out roughly, $1 million in sales a year. 2 options remaining. So got a little, good side right there. And then any questions on this one for the Goldsboro?
All right, let's go to Memphis.
All right, let's move on to Memphis here. We got, same owner, 1.265. Early extension, 5-year double net lease deal. 6% rent to runs a sale, so coming out right around 1.3 a year. This AAP has been here for over 20 years. Income-free state, corporate guarantee. So, yep, and that pretty much sums it all up there. Thanks, John.
All right, Matt, thank you very much. Let's go to Keith McGuire, one of our many CCIMs. He's got an absolutely wonderful opportunity for you in Huntington, West Virginia.
Good morning, SVN. Thank you for your time this morning. And as John mentioned, my name is Keith McGuire. My family and I have just joined SVN, and we are looking forward to becoming such a part of such a dynamic company. Today, I'm presenting a 60,815 square foot industrial building that sits on 5 acres. It's located in Huntington, West Virginia. Huntington is part of the Huntington-Ashland-Ironton MSA, which is made up of 360,000 people. Huntington sits on the Ohio River which is part of the largest inland port in the United States. It is also 30 minutes from Pritchard, West Virginia, which is part of the Heartland Intermodal Gateway Facility, which is a rail to truck complex connecting the ports of Norfolk, Virginia with Chicago, Illinois. This site sits within 500 feet of an on-ramp leading to US 52, which connects I-64, making this distribution convenient to the tri-state area. The 60,815 square feet consists of 42,565 square feet of warehouse space, 18,250 square feet of office space. It has a minimum ceiling height of 12 feet to the eaves, and a maximum ceiling height of 22 feet in the center. It also has 2 truck docks plus 1 overhead door. This property has great potential. It can be revitalized to accommodate a large corporation's regional distribution needs, or it can also be developed into flex industrial space, or even it'd be a good location for climate-controlled self-storage. The price of the property is $1,250,000 with a buy-side fee of $37,500. I look forward to bringing this great opportunity to one of you or your clients. Thanks again for your time, and have a great day, everyone.
All right, Keith, thank you so much. Welcome aboard. Let's go to Taylor Gibbons. He's got a Vancouver, Washington opportunity, and Vancouver's where people live and then shop in Portland. This is one of the great locations, and I'm sure you have somebody for it.
Well, thank you, John. That's right. Vancouver, Washington is on the north bank of the Columbia River in southern Washington, with Portland, Oregon on the other side of the river. This site is at the Vancouver Mall, and it has 2 possible locations for approximately a 2-acre pad for a hotel, and that's all depicted in the full marketing flyer. A few weeks ago, I showed 3 other available mall sites for the same type of development. One in Boise, Idaho, one in Kennewick, Washington, and one in Linwood, Washington. The seller has identified where they think a hotel makes sense at each of these sites. A hotel is the use that they would like to see, although they won't rule out multifamily or mixed-use developers if it makes sense, and it'll work on the land available at each site. The exact location and pad size needs to be worked out through the short plat process with the seller, who will obviously have to approve it during feasibility. But a reasonable timeline and proven developer is what they're looking for when deciding who to partner with on these. Seller would prefer to work with a developer that is also the operator of a site. Any past relationships with mall owners would be a plus for the developer. And with any offer, please attach a basic preliminary proposed site layout for me to present to them. And these sites will likely get multiple offers that already have been. And so if you're interested or have a client, feel free to give me a call, reach out. I can give you more texture on any of these opportunities. And thank you very much.
All right, Taylor, thank you. And don't forget senior housing. They love to be near malls with movie theaters. Let's go to Milwaukee, Oregon. Joy Heineke and Jeremy Wilgus have a great opportunity for you in a part of the country I spend a lot of time in. It's as good a location as you're going to get.
Good morning. Thanks, John. This is Joy Heineke with SVN Embry calling from Portland, Oregon. This property is located in Milwaukee, Oregon. It's just a suburb just south of Portland on the east side of the Willamette River. And it's a great opportunity for a land play at $55 a square foot and 1.495 list price. You're getting a little over 27,000 square feet for the lot, 0.62 acres, and it's a rectangle fronting Highway 99. So you get really great visibility and pretty high traffic count. We do feel that the highest and best is to scrap and redevelop, but it's also a great opportunity for an owner user. It's right next to a major light rail for easy access and zoned C3 general commercial, which will allow virtually any type of development. So excellent opportunity to find a redevelopment property in a really hot market. So please call me, Joy Heineke, 503-953-2525.
All right, Joy, thank you very much. I was hoping for one of those vintage Mustangs to be in the picture, but it's not meant to be. All right, let's go to Nathan Dilly, and John Bunch. John was on our panel in our national conference of advisors that are seeing great success, and this is part of the reason. They've got a Lexington, Kentucky opportunity for you that most of us have somebody in our database that would buy.
Thanks, John. Good morning, everybody. This is Nathan Dilly, as John would say. We got a multi-family opportunity for you here in Lexington, Kentucky. Lexington is where the University of Kentucky is located at. We've got over 30,000 students there, and we are still in the tournament. So this is a 12-unit, 36-bed, 36-bath student housing apartment complex here. It's been 100% occupied for the last 3 years. The current owners have done some interior renovations, and there's probably about $100 a unit left to increase rents for the next buyer. That's about $14,000 a year in additional income. So that's good value add there. We've got it priced at $1,616,000, which is a 7.25 cap. These are actual financials, not pro formas. And one last thing is we've got a local bank that will offer 3.99% interest financing on this deal at a 20 to 25 year AM. So if you got any buyers, give us a call. We look forward to doing a deal.
All right, Nathan, great loan quote. That helps as well. Let's go to Chicago. Wayne Kaplan and John Lividitis have an opportunity for you that has everything you're looking for in Chicago.
I couldn't have said it better myself, John. Good morning, SVN. John Lividitis and I have just brought this property to market. It is a beautiful 4-unit mixed-use building in Chicago's Lakeview neighborhood, which is one of the 3 or 4 neighborhoods in the city that everybody wants to be in. John and I sold the building about 1.5 years ago to current ownership. When they purchased the building, the 3 apartments had, at best, early 1970s finishes. The ground floor retail space, which is restaurant space, was vacant. Building needed had lots of deferred maintenance. Our clients spent 2017 completely renovating the building. The 3 apartments have been completely renovated. They are absolutely beautiful. New kitchens, new baths, new flooring, new lighting, new doors, paint, redid mechanicals wherever they had to, air conditioners, furnaces, laundry equipment. New roof was put on, just plumbing, electrical were needed, and we leased the ground floor and basement space to a brand new restaurant on a long-term lease. Why would your clients want to buy this building? First thing is the location. Again, it's a corner mixed-use building, which is very sought after. It is in Lakeview. The immediate area has average annual household incomes of over $160,000 and average home values of nearly $700,000. It is an affluent area that, as I said, a along with a few other neighborhoods in the city, everybody wants to live in and everybody wants to invest in. The two large apartments are approximately 2,000 square feet. They're literally humongous. They're houses in an apartment. They're 2,000 square feet or thereabouts, 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath units. The rents have been doubled on those 2 units since the previous ownership, and those rents were gotten in January and February of this year. So we believe there's even more upside once those leases are in the spring rental cycle. The third unit, we increased the rent about 50% from where it was. It's a beautiful building. It's being offered at a reasonable cap rate for the area and for the quality of the property. John and I are available for any questions. And as our friend Alex or Jerry from Champaign, Illinois likes to say, we'd love to write you a check if you have a client who's interested in the property and purchases it. Thank you very much.
All right, Wayne, thank you very much. Let's go to Michael Hoffman, who was our Humanitarian of the Year in 2017, and we honored him for that. And Kevin Jennings. They have an industrial redevelopment opportunity that you probably have several clients for.
Hey, thank you, John. I appreciate the introduction, and certainly receiving that humanitarian award was the highlight of my conference. On behalf of Kevin and myself, we'd like to present this historic rug mill property in Hendersonville. This is actually the second time we've presented this because the owner has just reduced the asking price from $3.29 million to $2.9 million. It's been a rug manufacturing facility since 1945 and has expanded over the past 20 years. It's currently leased month to month, but it's soon going to be vacant, and hence that might be the reason for the price reduction. So this property is located at a 4-way intersection with a stoplight. It's on the main highway into historic Hendersonville CBD. As I said, the building was built in 3 phases. The first building was built in 1929 as an auto dealership. The second building was built in 1955, and the last expansion was completed in 1959-1960. Just as a point of reference, this facility is one of the few facilities in the country that was large enough to make rugs for the White House, and they have actually been involved in manufacturing several custom rugs for the Oval Office to the red, green, and blue rooms. So there's a little historical significance there. Hendersonville is a developer-friendly town, and we'd love to talk to you about any type of mixed-use developers you have that are interested in the Western North Carolina market. Thanks, John.
All right, Michael, thank you very much. Can you imagine opening a car dealership in 1929? Talk about timing, timing, timing. Let's go to John Creel, Jerry Dawson. They have a Maryland opportunity for you, priced at $3.5 million this morning.
Good morning, John. Good morning, Sarah and SVN. I'd like to introduce this industrial property to you again. It's a repeat presentation, but the owner has just reduced the price dramatically. The site has a lot of potential. The highest and best use would be to build a new industrial complex on it. The building dates back to the 80s and is kind of tired. But 2 elements of the property stand out. First, its size is 38+ acres of flat land. And second, the property has 2 fully functional, fully licensed and certified portable water wells, from which you can draw 70,000 gallons a day at the current certification. And the state of Maryland would allow that drawdown to increase with an application. This property sits on one of the largest aquifers in Maryland and is the largest aquifer on Eastern Shore. And if someone needs water, there's a lot of water here. It's located in Queen Anne's County, which has real estate tax incentives, very generous real estate tax incentives for new development in the county. And they very much would like to have new industrial and manufacturing growth in the county. The property is surrounded by 2 major trucking routes within 1.5 miles on each side, which bring commerce up and down the eastern seaboard. The site is also within 50 miles of 3 of the finalists for the new Amazon headquarters #2. And we feel very confident that Amazon is going to come to this area and build their new campus. The existing building has multiple tenants. They're all on a year-to-year basis with renewals every January. The seller would consider financing this property to the right buyer. Please go to our website. We have a very good drone video, which I think will give you a real feeling for the property, and call Jerry and myself with any questions. Thank you, John.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. Let's go back to Chicago. Scott Maisel and Drew Dillon, our West Loop experts, have another opportunity for you, priced just under $4 million.
Thanks, John. We have a fully built out restaurant on Randolph Restaurant Row, as they refer to it here in Chicago, which is the premier street for restaurant spaces here in the city. This property was fully built out in 2016, 2017, completely gutted down to the stubs, and previous tenant put over $2 million of improvements into the property. All new HVAC, new plumbing, electric, new roof for the entire property. It is in the West Loop, which is the probably most dynamic and fastest growing neighborhood in Chicago. Recently became home to the McDonald's new world headquarters, and it is the home to Google's Midwestern headquarters as well. This property is also across the street from a planned 58-story, 370 apartment and 165 hotel room Equinox Hotel development. And then it is adjacent to a planned 550,000 square foot office development and recently built Class A apartment building behind it. So there's a lot going on around it. It's a premier location, fully built out. If you have a client in your database that wants trophy retail or restaurant space, this would be a good one to get in front of them. This will sell. Give Scott or I a call or email, and we can get you further details on the property.
All right. Thank you very much. Let's go to Jack Brower, one of our many CCIMs, and he thinks he's a chili cook-off guy, but we came in second. That's all right. He's got a deal that makes up for it, $6.6 million.
Hey, thanks, John. Good to see everybody at the conference. Had a lot of fun, and as you know, I've been to quite a few of them, and I like this one probably the best. So, hey, I'd like to give a shout out to the Nevada Wolfpack going into the Sweet 16, and I think on Thursday they're going to play those Catholic boys from Chicago, so it should be a good game. So anyway, 80 Airport Vista. If anybody knows what's going on in northern Nevada, you know, Reno is pretty much on fire. It's home to Microsoft licensing, Intuit. Apple just bought a block downtown Reno. Amazon's got a distribution center there, and this property is about 30 minutes from the Reno International Airport. Also from this location, you've got overnight truck delivery available to the 11 western states, and you've got access to the I-5 corridor roughly 90 plus minutes away to service the California market without paying those California prices. And you're also halfway between Seattle and San Diego. So anyway, this building just is going vacant, will be available July 1st. It's about 108,000 foot footprint, 7,000 feet of office on the ground floor, and then another 7,000 feet of kind of some mezzanine office. It's an awful nice building, totaling about 115,000 feet. Concrete tilt-up, roof structure is insulated standing seam metal roof. There's also 200 roof-mounted solar electric system panels on the roof with utilities tie-in and net metering. 6-inch floors, and this area could be a manufacturing or distribution, but this building happens to have 8,000 amps at 480, and also a 4-inch natural gas line coming into the building. It's got a couple 5-ton cranes a 4-ton and a 3-ton crane. And there's some fenced yards, and also available is an 8.5 acre parcel next door for asking $600,000 there. And then also I have about 105,000 foot food grade building with a 9,000 gallon grease interceptor in Carson City going to come on to the market pretty soon. Little hair on that deal, but if anybody has a food user. This building here, or this site here on Hayburn Road, if you look in the background, you see a Starbucks roasting and distribution facility. That building's currently about 300,000 feet, and they're putting 700,000 feet on it. So that'll be 1 million square feet right there of a Starbucks roasting and distribution facility. And as they use the I-80 corridor coming up, they bring their beans into the Port of Oakland and then truck them up to the Carson Valley here. So anyway, we've got these 3 buildings available for a build-to-suit. We're getting our Clomar back this month, and we have the grading plans ready to submit to the county. And the market rents on these in the area are about $5 a foot. These will be divisible into 50, 60,000 foot blocks, dock high doors with some drive-in doors. We'll put ESFR sprinklers, 480 in it, 32 foot clear, 60 foot loading bays, and come take advantage of Nevada taxes. Thanks a lot, John. Appreciate it.
All right, Jack, thank you for bringing those opportunities to us. Let's go to Rob Hammond. He always has an opportunity. He and our marina expert, David Kendall, and Ashley Bloom, our council chair of land, have joined forces to bring you just a beautiful opportunity.
Thank you, and good morning, John and SVN. This is a represent due to some recent changes, including the price. The original owner had it listed with another national company for over $12 million. They weren't getting any traction, so he came to us and we agreed to take it at $7.9 million for 30 days and then bring it down to where it should be at $6.9 million, where we have it today, which is just over a 4.7 cap on the existing income from a single tenant. Not too many, if any, development site opportunities, let alone waterfront like this, that gives you income of $325,000 from a single tenant while you're planning on your waterfront development. There's approvals are already in place for the residential marina development, 145 condos and 42 deep water slips. Or we've had a lot of interest in the last couple of days to expand the marina for high demand boat storage and self-service. Also new is the corner piece, which is not outlined on your slide, is just now on the market too to square off this piece. The site is leased to the same tenant that's paying an additional $18,000 a year net, and that has an asking price of $480,000. So the site plan and preliminary drawings are included in the package. The marketing package is up and ready for offers with the $184,000 buy-side commission waiting for you. Thank you.
Wow, it's got everything I like. Congratulations, guys. Nice price reduction as well. Let's go to Michael Finch and Jeff Klein. This dynamic duo received the SVN Award at the National Conference for all the work that they do on the SVN Live. They've got another one for you. This one's priced at $19 million and change in Missouri.
Thank you, John, SVN team. It was great seeing everybody at the annual conference, and for Jeff and myself, thanks for that award. It was quite a surprise. And just FYI, the picture on the screen is a product that the builder, we're under construction, so these aren't up, but this is a product that he's built in Kansas City, and it's going to be very similar to what he's building here in Smithville. So on behalf of Jeff Klein and myself, along with Will Holman, our broker of record out of the SVN Holman Norden office in St. Peters, Missouri, we are pleased to introduce today our latest 124 townhome build-to-rent portfolio in North Kansas City, Missouri. The subdivision is called Clay Creek, and as I said, it's 124 home attached build-for-rent portfolio located in Smithville, which is part of the greater Kansas City MSA and only about a 20-minute drive to downtown Kansas City, offering the residents a quieter home life with quick access to the city life. These new build-for-rent townhomes are beginning construction today, and tenants will have access to the growing KC job market. KC was selected as one of America's best downtowns by Forbes magazine for its rich culture and arts, numerous fountains, upscale shopping, various local cuisine, and most notably barbecue. Kansas City is also home to a number of headquarters, including Hallmark, H&R Block, Commerce Bankshares, UMB Bank, Great Plains Energy, DST Systems, and J.E. Dunn Construction Group, just to name a few. Kansas City's continued job and population growth have contributed to the strong rental market here. As homeownership is continuing to drag across the country, Kansas City is no exception, with 14% fewer homes available for buyers during April 2016 to April 2017, according to the Associated Press. This is great news for a BFR rental home investor, as Kansas City's single-family rental market is 35% of the entire rental market in KC. And the MSA is poised to see a 6.6% home value appreciation in 2018, according to the Federal Housing Finance Agency. And as the population grows, Kansas City should hit 2.15 million people by the end of April 2018. The developer builder here is a seasoned and well-known builder in the Kansas City marketplace with many years of development and construction experience, and was regarded and is regarded as one of the top 5 builders according to the Kansas City Business Journal. Clay Creek offers spacious floor plans throughout, all 2-story, 3-bed, 2.5-bath homes with 2-car garages, as well as a community pool and an on-site leasing office. These floor plans will offer 1,358 livable square feet throughout. Rental rates for stabilized year one have been conservatively modeled at $1,395 per month. Stabilized year one cap rate of 8.14% has been modeled given the market rents in the area, with a gross yield of 11.76% and a very strong 38.32% IRR at stabilization. Please reach out to Jeff Klein or myself. Bring your investors. We look forward to working with you. And have a great week, everybody. Thank you.
All right, Michael, thank you very much. As you know, we probably have more SIOR and CCIM advisors throughout our platform. And the SVN family invites you to join the SIORs at the Spring World Conference, April 11th to the 14th at the Fairmont Austin Hotel in Austin, Texas. We have a great group of our SIORs going to be there in leadership positions, and would certainly welcome the opportunity to network. We want to thank you for joining us today at SVN Live. As you know, everything we do at SVN is at www.svn.com, and 100% of the time, 50% of the commission is available to you when you close a transaction with us, and we look forward to you doing that. Good day, everyone.